We're back with another episode of Living in Granbury and Beyond, and today we're going to be comparing two of the premier neighborhoods here in Granbury, Texas. First, we're going to be looking at Pecan Plantation, and we're going to be comparing that specifically to DeCordova being the States or DeCordova. So we're going to do a comparison of that, and we're going to jump into that right now. If this is your first time to the channel, we appreciate you tuning in, and we'd really appreciate if you click that subscribe button and press that bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know about any updates on neighborhoods and the real estate market here in Granbury. As always, whether you're thinking about relocating to Pecan or DeCordova or another neighborhood in Granbury next week, next month, or even sometime next year, we'd love the chance to chat with you, introduce ourselves, give you some advice, and see if there's anything we can help you out with. So feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'd love the chance to connect. And let's go ahead and jump in today to Pecan Plantation versus DeCordova. All right, so if you're looking at neighborhoods and you're thinking about relocating in Granbury, chances are you've come across one of these two neighborhoods. They're very large neighborhoods. They have thousands of homes. Just from a standpoint of the state of Texas or from really the nation, these are two of the bigger neighborhoods that you're going to find. The fact that they're both here in Granbury is pretty unique because it's a smaller town in comparison, but they're enormous neighborhoods. They're huge. They are amenity rich, both of them amenity rich, lots of amenities. And so what I want to do, just to start things off, let's just run through a quick list of some of the amenities as a comparison. And then from there, we will go in and break that down a little bit. So Pecan Plantation has obviously an air park. It has 2 landing strips. We have 3 to 7 acre ranches in Pecan Plantation. We have a grocery store, a gas station. We have 6 different places that you can have for dining, places to go and eat, so more dining options. Personal, I believe the roads are a little better in Pecan Plantation. They're updated a lot more often, so I would say better roads. Ace Hardware, 2 swimming pools. DeCordova has 1, half the cost for initiation, so it's about $5,000 to get into Pecan, and Pecan also has 2 golf courses. So DeCordova, much better lakefront properties and lakefront access. They have more convenient lake access, so when you go into the lake, you're in a better spot traditionally. Whereas in Pecan, it's further down. So if from DeCordova to the center of the city, for example, say you want to go eat at Stumpy's, you're going to have a lot quicker access from DeCordova rather than from Pecan. Closer proximity to town, DeCordova. So DeCordova is much closer to the city of Granbury than Pecan Plantation is. DeCordova has a city status with its own ordinances and a governor, so that's a pretty cool feature. And then DeCordova has quicker access to DFW. So those are the kind of laying out the basic pros and cons, the pros of each neighborhood. So the cons would be the reverse of that. If the con of DeCordova, if you're a pilot, there's not an airport. You don't have that option. The con over there is if, say, you work in DFW and you have to make that trip, a few days a week. Well, Pecan is going to be further, so the con there is the distance traveled to town. So what I want to do now is I want to jump into a quick map view, and we want to take a fast look at the location so that you can get a bird's eye view. So you'll see me make this comparison real quick. So let me share my screen with you. All right. So Pecan Plantation, if you see, we are here, and DeCordova is going to be here. So let's just say, for example, that you work in Granbury in the center of the city, somewhere around here, okay? You're gonna have about a 10-minute head start on Pecan Plantation to get to this spot here. You're gonna have about a 10 to 15-minute head start. Let's just say 10 minutes. 10 minutes there, 10 minutes back, 20 minutes a day, about 2 hours a week, 8 hours a month, 96 hours a year that you're gonna spend extra driving if you live in Pecan Plantation. as opposed to DeCordova. For some, that is a significant advantage for DeCordova. That is something to consider. If you're going to be, driving to Fort Worth, you have a significant advantage from DeCordova for that as well. So any sort of travel time, unless you're traveling to Glen Rose, if you're traveling to Glen Rose, then Pecan has a advantage. If you're traveling somewhere along 144 here, you might have an advantage in Pecan if you live closer to the back gate. So those are two things. So if you ask me, which one's better? Well, if you're a pilot, hands down, Pecan Plantation is better. If you want more amenities, just out and out more amenities, Pecan Plantation is going to win every day. There's just more amenities here in Pecan as opposed to DeCordova. Now, here in DeCordova, there are a lot of lakefront properties. So if you have boats and you want to do a lot of lake activities, Pecan does have a marina. It does have a place where you can launch a boat. It has the ramp where you can go out into the lake. So the option is there, but it's just a little bit more convenient in the DeCordova neighborhood. If you're a big golfer, both of them have golf courses. You have the one that comes with the HOA in Pecan, but you also have the Nutcracker, which is an additional golf course that you can be a part of. DeCordova has a gym, so you can actually have a place to go work out. So that's a perk for those who want to go to DeCordova. Now, one of the things that we want to talk about is with the trip, the drive into Granbury. One of the ways that Pecan offsets that benefit is just by having so much. Gas station here, grocery store, it's here. 6 different places that you can go and eat, restaurants around the neighborhood. Here, Ace Hardware store, here. So you have all of these things that are here so that it limits your need to go out of the neighborhood. For some, being able to work remote or being able to work according to a kind of a looser schedule where they go out on appointments and it's not something that's just every morning and evening. Pecan, might be the clear winner for someone in that situation. That said, some of it will come down to just preference. Just drive through the neighborhood and see which one feels better. Which one do you enjoy more? I have taken clients to both places, and I have had different responses. It's just some people really prefer the DeCordova feel, and others prefer Pecan Plantation. When you drive through Pecan, you have these pecan orchards that you'll drive through where you see dozens of deer daily when you're driving through. It's also less developed, so Pecan Plantation is probably somewhere around 60 to 70% developed, whereas DeCordova is pretty much developed completely. So the Pecan Plantation has more new construction going on, more things like that. So there is a sense of more completion and maturity that you might have with DeCordova. So with that, I think you might want to go check out, I've done a pros and cons video of DeCordova and a pros and cons video of Pecan Plantation. I've highlighted some of the newer features in Pecan, the 3 to 7 acre ranches that are pretty cool, the air park, that the landings, the phase 2 that's currently being developed. And I've tried to keep tabs on anything that's going on here in Pecan. But I also have done the pros and cons for DeCordova and a vlog tour to kind of show you some price point homes there. I've pointed out a couple of the gate accesses to both neighborhoods, so you can kind of use that to get a feel. So with that, I think that it would be really dependent on what your personal preferences are as to which one you're gonna want to live in. Personally, if you're making the trip every day, 5 days a week, I think that it could be pretty close. I believe that for some folks that either are pilots or working remote, I believe that Pecan Plantation has just a touch more amenities for half the cost. So it's $10,000 to get into DeCordova, and it's $5,000 to get into Pecan. And for that reason, I would not anticipate spending twice as much money for less amenities, unless there was a significant advantage. And 8 hours a week, 96 hours a year of drive time saved because you live in DeCordova. Hey, that's pretty significant. So that might be worth taking into account. All in all, I do think that Pecan edges it with a few of the extra amenities, but it's all in all pretty close. So if you go take a look at it, look at the properties, look at what the feel of the neighborhood is like, and then you just have to make your decision from there. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Next video that we're working on is gonna be the best waterfront neighborhoods, lakefront neighborhoods in Granbury, Texas. So we're gonna go highlight the best lakefront properties or best lakefront neighborhoods, and we're gonna compile that list together, and we're gonna kind of highlight some of the pros and cons of each of them. And we know we have a lot of people looking at Granbury because of Lake Granbury. So we wanna highlight that for you. I hope you enjoy that video. So keep your eyes open. We will be putting that out just as soon as we can. Also, we have a new listing that's going to be hitting the market first of next year. It is in a neighborhood that rarely has homes come up for sale. It is in Mallard Estates. It has a pool. It has a newly installed office. Fantastic property. We're going to be doing a highlight video of that pretty soon as well. We've actually have a lot of interest that's already beginning to generate around it. But it's a cool property, and I'm going to use it to highlight one of the neighborhoods that you don't see a lot of houses come up for sale in. So we're going to put something together for Mallard Estates here pretty soon as well. Something I don't do very often. If there's a video that you would like to see, if there's something you'd like to know more about, I'd love the chance to put it together. So shoot me a text and say, hey, do a video of this neighborhood. I'd like to find out more about it. I'd love to do something like that. As always, feel free to reach out to me anytime. Call, text, or email. Love talking with you guys. I have people reaching out to me basically every day, every other day, with questions or telling me thank you for putting some of the videos together. So really enjoy that. It's very encouraging, and it helps me for sure. So feel free to reach out to me. Love to hear from you. If I don't, hope to see you around Granbury sometime. All right, have a good one. Thanks.